Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the GROW program. Thank you for growing with me again, kings and queens. Let's keep on growing. We got to keep growing. We got to reach our greatness in God. I'm tell you, I love to talk about the Lord. That's my favorite thing to talk about. That's all I talk about is growing in God. How I can reach my greatness. Meditating on the Lord, meditating on how to do things different. See, I used to what they call plot, but I don't plot no more. I meditated to the Lord. I don't plot with the evil and sit and plot and drink and think about what I'm gonna do. I meditate and give it over to God, and then the Lord remind me, and through the ancestors, that I am renewed, transformed by renewing of my mind, and I don't think that way anymore. I don't walk that way. I don't talk that way. And anytime the chaos and negativity and drama try to rise up against me, honey, I have to put the shield up. I put the shield up. I block that chaos, negativity, and drama just like you block the burglars out. You have to keep it out. You can't have that part of your life. We're gonna get above this oppression. We are. Growing up and stuff, you don't realize when you growing up that you're a first free African born with civil rights. You just a kid. Living the life of a kid. I wasn't around too many Caucasian people growing up. I seen them, but I wasn't around too many of them. And like I told you, in grade school, about the first or second grade, I was bused to a Caucasian neighborhood, and that only lasted for so long. Something was going on with our school, and they were trying to get it together to get us on back over there. And so I did make some friends at that school, and children are taught hate. Children don't know hate. I made a lot of friends there. I was happy at that school, and but I was happy at my other school too. Kids are resilient. They bounce through no matter what they go through. Thank God, they rise above it, and we have to be like them. We have to be resilient and know that we are in a battle, and we are going to go through. There are going to be storms. And we got to rise above these storms. We can't let this oppression defeat us. We cannot let nothing defeat us because we are royalty. Nothing defeats royalty, honey. No pain, no sickness, no chaos, no negativity, no foolishness, none of this stuff. None of it defeats royalty because royalty don't allow it to defeat you. We don't. Ain't no king and queen walking around looking defeated. Honey, they walk around proud in they step, in they walk, in they talk. It's power in the Lord that God gives us, through our great mind. God gives us a great mind to overcome anything, that we going through, any type of battle. Now I'm going through a painful divorce, and it's not easy. It's not easy at all. I do a lot of reflecting, and I meditated to the Lord. You have to give it over to him because, look, I'm not finna let this defeat me. I'm going to rise above this. I realize that I'm not here to take orders. I'm not here to serve anybody except the Lord. I can't run up behind and worry about somebody when I got to work on the GROW program. I have to work on the GROW program. I can't sit up and be praying and worrying and wondering when somebody gonna decide to come home. So my focus has to be on the Lord, and that's where it's gonna be. I don't even allow my grown children to worry me. Their father will call me with something, and I say, I have to stop him. Hold on a minute. Now we talk about grown people. We have to let grown people be grown. We can't, us sitting here talking about this is not going to stop them from doing whatever they doing. Because, see, I have to put it in the hands of the Lord. It's not that they doing anything bad, but, he called me worrying about them and stuff. I can't worry about that. Because, see, I got 5. I'll go crazy. Sitting up worrying about where he going to go now. Well, where she at now? Well, call this one. Where they at? Well, let me see where he was at last. Well, if I find him, he was over there, but see what I'm saying? Honey, I go crazy. I can't sit up and worry about grown folks. I have to get this over to the Lord, and you have to do the same thing, because we talking about some grown people. Now, I call my children, of course. I'm their mother. My job as their mother does not stop when they turn 18 to move out the house. I call them and give them advice and tell them when they want to hear it, but they want to make their own path in life, and I have to allow them to do that, but I'm going to give them my motherly advice and through God and try to guide them the best that I can. And that's how we have to do with our children. I'm telling you, yes, they used to worry me so, and I used to be sitting up concerned and stressing, and I had to get that over to God. They're going to make their paths in life, and it's unfortunate that sometimes they make the path too late, and where we already tried to heat them off because we see what's coming ahead. We see the danger up ahead, and we try to warn our kids, but sometimes they don't want to hear it. They want to go ahead and do their own thing, and then the next thing they caught up. And see, then they beyond our help then, and all we can do is just try to reach for them as much as we can. So that's why I'm on here also to try to talk to the young people, because they getting caught up in these little beefs that they got. This man got a beef about this man. This girl got a beef about this girl. These girls got caught up down there in Walmart and went in there and stabbed another girl. They just don't value life anymore. It don't mean nothing to them until they get caught up. But they need to realize, that they need to turn it over to the Lord. They need to turn around and walk a new walk. See, just like how we doing, we need to tell the kids to do the same thing. These little beefs that y'all got going on, it really don't mean anything. Whatever he said, it don't matter. Whatever they did, it don't matter. Whatever they gonna do, it still don't matter. Because look here, in the end, all you can do is control you. You can't control what they say. I had a young man used to ride my bus, quiet as he can be, just as sweet as he can be, never gave me an ounce of problem. But because two girls said something to him on Facebook, he went over there and shot both of them, killed one of them. Now he in Menard for the rest of his life. Because nowadays, you don't do no one day and get a day. It's all straight. You're going to do the whole time. They give you 50 years. You doing 50 years. You're going to do what they tell you to do. And then there you go. See, and then you're going to sit there and reflect upon, man, I wish I listened to mama. I wish I listened to dad. I wish I hadn't been over there. I knew I shouldn't have been over there because the beloved ancestors told me don't go. See, when you say that's your first mind, that ain't your first mind. That's the beloved ancestors speaking you, telling you, no, don't do that. That's the beloved ancestors telling you, no, don't think that. Don't act like that. Let's do better. Let's turn around. But no, evil gonna get a hold of you, and then you're gonna go head on. See, back in the day, I'm gonna tell you something. Back in the day when the kids had beef, when I went to school, they used to break dance. They did something positive. But these kids ain't on that. Now they want blood. But see, they don't understand. You're gonna get caught up in this world. And then you got a spirit world, you still got to answer. Well, you killed your brother. Well, you killed your sister. See, this ain't nothing compared to what you gon' answer for what you done, taking this life. You had no right to take that life. You had no right to be a part of that. But now you done got caught up. Now you caught up in the system. Next you finna get caught up in the spirit world because you're gonna be judged for your actions on this earth. When it comes to how we do one another, and when it comes to how we do ourselves, we need to make some changes. We need to begin to reach our greatness. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. That's through your mind that God give you, and through your heart, through love. That's the wisdom. And we're going to reach our greatness, people. We're going to come up out of this oppression. And we're going to reach it all over the world. God bless you, kings and queens. Meditate on the positive. Tell somebody to grow. Tell somebody to reach their greatness. Pass along this word to somebody you know need to hear it. It's a whole lot of episodes, that they can get caught up on doing something positive. You got a child out there who out there shouldn't be out there. Get them on the podcast doing something positive. Let's get these kids start doing some positive things. Let's find out where they at. Now all 5 of these girls don't need to be gone hanging out somewhere. We need to find out where they at and what they doing. See, we need to grab a hold of our kids before the streets do them. Before the streets grab them. We need to grab a hold of them now. See, because later on, they gonna thank you later on when they see, well, mama, I could have got caught up. Daddy, I shouldn't have been over there get with them. I could have got caught up. See, bullets don't have no eyes. And next thing, there you go. And there go daddy dreams in the grave. And there go mama hopes in the grave. And he gone. So we need to grab a hold of them right now before it's too late. Before the streets do them. Before the evil get them caught up. Because that's what the evil want. Steal, kill, and destroy all day long. Let's reach our greatness, people. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. I love you, kings and queens. Let's rise.